Hi, this is Anita from Mondoro.com. Today I want to talk a little bit about wood. And in particular, we want to talk about wood for furniture. But the type of wood we're talking about can be wood that's actually used for anything. We're going to talk generally about wood. And we're going to kind of answer the question that we answered in a recent blog post, which is, what are the types of wood used in furniture? Well, basically, there are two types of wood. There's a hardwood and a softwood. And though these woods have some similarities, they also have some differences. Today we're going to talk a little bit about some of the differences between a hard and a soft wood. If you have a chance, you can go to our blog post, which is, we will put the link in our description. And on this blog post, we have a lot more information about wood and the different types of wood, and we have tables and graphs and other things that you can see and learn a few more things. So let's talk a little bit about hardwood, first of all. Hardwood comes from what is known as a deciduous tree. And when we talk about deciduous tree, this means a tree that basically in the wintertime will lose its leaves. And it becomes just like, trunk of the tree with the branches. And then when it, spring again, the tree begins to grow leaves again. And that really is what is known as a deciduous tree. So some examples of them would be trees like oak, teak, mahogany, cherry, walnut, maple. This is usually a more expensive tree because usually it is a harder wood. But the truth is, it's not always a harder wood. There could be some soft woods which actually have a harder wood than some of these. It usually has a darker color to it, and it can be used for most types of furniture. The other type of wood is a softwood, and a softwood's from the conifer tree, and this would be trees would be like fir, pine, cedar, spruce, redwood. It's usually less expensive, but that again is not always true because it really has to do again with the wood and how long it takes for the wood to grow. And it's usually softer, but not always, and it's usually a lighter color. And again, it can be used for most furniture. So those are basically the two types of wood that are used in furniture. It would either be a hardwood or a softwood. And then, of those hardwood and softwoods, there's different types of woods. And so let's talk first of the hardwood. So, of course, cherry wood is a beautiful wood that a lot of people probably know about. It's been used on furniture. It's a very durable hardwood, and it's popular. And of course, oak is also, because oak's also a great wood to use. And oak is great because oak has some great grains to it. It takes the finishes very well. We use it quite a bit in some furniture that we have. And it also, is a popular choice for furniture and also for floors and for other things. Maple wood is an excellent wood for all kinds of furniture. It can be found on a desk or a table, and it can take many types of stains very well. Walnut wood is one of the toughest woods out there, and also beautiful grain and character. And again, because it's a tough wood and it can take a while to grow, then it can be more expensive. Teak wood is a very popular wood for outdoor furniture. And the reason is because, teak will kind of naturally change color in the sun. It's a great wood to use for boating. I recently was boating on Lake Michigan, and the boats we were using, which were enzyme boats, all the benches they had recently redone, and they were being done in teak wood. And so teak's a beautiful wood to use for things as boats and outdoor furniture and all other things like that. It's a great outdoor wood. Mahogany wood is also an incredibly strong wood, and I've seen it used a lot in like dining room sets. And then, of course, rubber wood is also considered to be a hardwood, and it's considered to be a medium density, actually, hardwood. And it's usually cheaper than some of the other hardwoods, but it also can make an excellent choice for furniture and for other things. Rubber wood, too, is also used a lot for, children's toys, for smaller items, and for furniture. So there's also, too, for the softwoods, when we talk about some of the softwoods, it's usually considered cheaper wood, but that's not always true either. And some of the softwoods can actually be pretty good woods, like pine wood. Like there's very many different varieties of pine wood. And what I've noticed with some of the pine wood and the hardness is there's some pine wood that grows up in some areas like in Russia or in the northern Scandinavian countries where it is colder there and the wood is growing slower. And some of that hard pine wood can actually be quite a hard wood. So really with pine wood, it can also matter where you get the wood from as to how hard the wood is or how soft the wood actually is. It can really make the difference of where the tree was growing. Cedar wood is also popular softwood for furniture production. One issue with some cedar wood is some can dent easily, and also sometimes the color can fade. Fir wood has a coarser grain than other types of wood, and it does not take to stain so well as some of the other woods, but it's also, can be a great wood that can be used a lot in many different types of furniture and production. Spruce wood can be a good wood for furniture, even though it can be pretty inexpensive. And it can give a nice look for certain furniture items, depending upon what you're looking for. And redwood is also wood that's been used in furniture production. And redwood is, as the name implies, it has sort of a red tint to the wood. So if you're looking for something that has sort of a red wood to it, then, redwood might be your choice of the wood that you can use. What's interesting about all the different types of wood is that really, which type of wood you're going to use for furniture or which type of wood you're going to use for producing something really will depend upon several things. One would be what type of product you're producing, what type of look or finish you want to have on it, how available is the wood, what is your price point that you're looking for. Because all of that can really make a difference. You might prefer an expensive hardwood, but it may be way too expensive for what you're looking for. It may just not make sense. Or maybe the place where you're deciding to produce it at really doesn't have access to it, and so it makes it prohibitively expensive. The wood you choose will really depend upon what you are looking for your production, how easily accessible the wood is, and how the factory or the manufacturer or whoever you're buying the product from is able to purchase that wood. I know, like in many places, like for example in Vietnam now, they import a lot of wood. So, really you can probably find most of the woods that you need. Same thing with China, you can find most of the woods. And a lot of the woods they take and they will cut and they will use a veneer. So usually for veneer, you can find almost any type of wood. But, again, it could still be very expensive because most of the wood still needs to be imported. Or sometimes they may offer you a local wood and say we have local pine, or we have, rubber wood, or we have this other type of wood which is grown locally here. And that may just be fine. We have used a lot of those type of woods, like a local cherry wood that had a nice grain to it, and other types of wood like that. So it really depends upon what you are looking for and according to what your needs are for what type of wood you will use to produce your furniture or the other products that you are looking for. This is Anita from Mondoro. Thank you so much for listening, and we really do appreciate you watching our video. We hope that you'll subscribe to our YouTube channel and become part of our community. If you have any questions or thoughts, or if there's anything else you'd like to learn or understand how we can help you to be able to create, develop, or manufacture home furnishing products, we'd love to hear from you. Just press that subscribe button because we'd love to have you be part of our community. Thank you so much for listening.